related to the power department. Speaking to the media after the cabinet meeting, Paul Lyngdoh informed that there is a central act passed in 2014 called the Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Act 2014, under which rules were framed by the state government in 2022. As part of the process, a scheme was conceived known as Draft Meghalaya Street Vendors Scheme 2023, and today this draft was approved by the cabinet.
We will start with the survey of the street vendors and process the applications of these vendors based on the broad framework which I have spelled out. Now, once this is a specific scheme that only today received the approval of the cabinet. So this scheme will ensure that the registration process is legal now, because this scheme is part of a central act and we are framing the rules and the scheme in accordance with that central act.
Minister in charge of Social Welfare Paul Lyngdoh informed that a state-level committee to be headed by the Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma will focus on immediate measures and responses required to combat drug trafficking in the state. In an effort to combat drug trafficking and address the rampant drug-related issues in Meghalaya, a meeting aimed at tackling the drug menace effectively was held with key stakeholders at Secretariat. During the meeting, a large amount of insights and concerns were shared, shedding light on the challenges faced by the Dorbar Shnong. When reported
is under a state-level committee headed by the Chief Minister. This involves various departments. We are very serious on tackling this menace, which is why these meetings have been taking place almost every week, and we are serious about coming up with new rules to make them more stringent. These rules will of course have to go to the cabinet before they are brought to before they are approved.
Meghalaya Power Minister A.T. Mondal has informed that the flash floods in Sikkim has disrupted the power generation at Tista River, thereby affecting the power scenario in the country. The power price has suddenly gone up a little bit in the market. Tista has created little problem for energy availability in the country, informed Mondal. Asked if the floods impacted power scenario in Meghalaya, he informed that as of now, the state is comfortable and is aware of what is happening in other states.
The unfortunate flash flood and all these things, and because of the disruption of power generation in Tista River, of course there is a problem in the power scenario as far the nation is concerned, and the power price also suddenly shot up little bit in the market. So that is the scenario. Of course Tista has created little problem for the energy availability in the country.
With the southwest monsoon having withdrawn from the entire state of Meghalaya on Tuesday, Minister in charge of Power A.T. Mondal said the state is prepared and will try to prevent load shedding in the future. The Power Minister said as many as 4 power projects are being identified for pump storage scheme, and the pre-feasibility report will be submitted by December this year. The Power Minister said the state government is working with NTPC to study some power projects and have identified around 4 power projects.
We have identified around 4 power projects which can be gone for pump storage scheme, and their total capacity will be around 3,100 megawatt. Maybe by December we will be completing our pre-feasibility report also.
The state-level youth exchange program in Meghalaya commenced here on Tuesday, where over 650 young talents from all 12 districts gathered to engage in a week of cultural interaction. The program aims to promote cross-cultural awareness and collaboration among the youth, enabling them to gain valuable life experiences and connections that would help them in their personal and professional growth. R. Kurba, Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills, graced the inaugural ceremony as the chief guest, which was held at the Convocation Hall, Nehu Campus, Maukenraw, Shillong. The Khasi Students Union KSU Hinnang Bray Area Unit, led by President Anslem Rintong, met with the District Medical and Health Officer DMNHO of West Khasi Hills District, Dr. S.A. Lingdo, on Tuesday to seek her intervention in the absence of doctors at Shalang PHC for over 2 months. Rintong said that the union has conducted a spot inspection of the PHC and found that besides the absence of doctors, the PHC is also lacking in various health care. The KSU has demanded the state government through the health department to take immediate action on the matter.
Nagalang ng kaseng ni dawa nagasarkar ba kinpempian lo ya kini kicing na ketika PHC itu kajing pemdan dokter away kaba lokong san ha marladam don dokter kamdan jumbo ba ngidon kataka PHC nata ban pendap ya gitu pos kiba teli kumju aka PHC ban kumju gitu di sub center kiba hak kajing pet jangka PHC Salam.
With an aim to preserve the identity and the culture of Kabi community in Ribhoi district, the Kabi Cultural Society Meghalaya Zone will organize the 2 days festival to be held on 23rd and 24th October 2023 at Auditorium Hall, Umwang Village in Ribhoi district. This is the 31st Zonal Kabi Youth Festival, in which it is collaboratively supported by all Meghalaya Kabi Association. And now let's have a look at the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 23.1 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature 13 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 57% and in the evening was 64%. The forecast tells us that dry weather is most likely. Before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. Cabinet approved draft of Meghalaya Street Vendors Scheme 2023. State-level committee will focus on immediate measures and responses required in combating drug trafficking, says Social Welfare Minister Paul Lingdo. The state is prepared to prevent load shedding in the future, says Minister in charge of Power A.T. Mondal. And state-level youth exchange program kicks off. That's all we have in the news bulletin for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel, thank you and have a good night.